see that favor on me? You see how we moving, you can't blame it on me. I owe it all to Jesus, show him to the homies.
Yo.
We on the pod, man.
We on the pod. First episode ever, brother. First episode ever.
Man, happy to be here, man. Happy to be here.
It is long time coming.
Oh yeah. I'm excited, brother.
Yeah, man. We got a lot to say. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh yes, sir. So you want to break down how we kind of gonna hop into it, the intro, what it's gonna look like, kind of.
Yeah. First.
We gotta pray.
We gotta pray, and after we done praying, we'll introduce ourselves, and then we'll get to it. Go ahead, brother. You take this one. I'll take the next one.
All right, so let's bow our heads. God, we just want to thank you for this time today. Thank you for this space that you created with my brother, God. I just ask that you continue to use our stories to be a blessing and a beacon of light to others. I just ask that you guide this time we have together, and you continue to just work in us and through us, God, for your glory. We love you and we thank you.
Amen.
Pop it off, brother. Pop it off.
Got you, gang. So what's up, guys? I'm Sam Clay. I will be, my guy is the host. I'm your co-host. I am your co-host, Sam Clay. We'll get into everything else after, but just know we are super excited to be here for the first one.
And it's the Leonard Tribe LD, man. Your host. We're going to kick it. We're going to chop it up, man. We're going to get the good word. We're excited to share these stories with y'all, man. I feel like having this space is going to be healing for a lot of people. We're going to build a nice little community, man. A lot in store for y'all, so we're excited, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, especially building that community, gang. Just after these intros, which we're gonna call the intro where we're gonna give y'all all of us, right? We're gonna give you our story before college, which we met in college, right? So then we'll give y'all our story about in college. And then from after in college, we'll go like directly after. And then from there, we'll move on to now. We'll go present. So it's probably about been 10 to 12 years, a good decade, good dozen.
Mm-hmm.
That we can go back and give a cool story and be able to give inspiration and motivation and let you know that you're not alone out here, because people don't give aspects into the athlete mentality after their sport. So that's what we definitely here to hit on a little bit is that athlete, how you live after that, right?
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Once that jersey come off, who are you? I know we said the group message called pedestrian, but it hit real once it actually became reality.
I swear.
I'm waking up and I don't got to go to practice. I don't got to worry about study hall and all the different things, that come with the grind and the love of the game. So I think it's pretty cool that we able to sit back now and, get that free game to the youth.
100%.
Coming, even our people who experience it, they're still navigating the post-hoop life, athlete life, right?
Yeah, walking in faith while we do it, right?
Yes, sir. So I got a question, kind of pop us off. Kind of give us a little bit of a backstory, kind of how it looked for you as far as hoops and, what kind of shaped you to be, the athlete that you were going into college and, what was your mentality for that?
Yeah, bro. One second. All right, just text me.
Okay, good.
For sure. I'll turn it down a little bit, maybe, and then it'll be smooth.
What about now?
It should be. Yeah, hell yeah, we good. That's perfect.
Okay, bet. You can hear me too?
Yep, I can hear you too.
All right, cool.
First episode, you know what I'm saying? We got to get everything right. Yes, of course. We did test and make sure we can load in this hoe right, but everything else is everything. So we'll learn on the way. Y'all learning with us. That's the dope part. We don't want to hide nothing. Completely transparent, baby. So what was your question again, brother?
So what was it like for you, kind of, what was your mentality, prior to high school hoops and then, for college hoops, and kind of how did you prepare for that? What did that look like for you?
Yeah, for sure. So when it came to hoops after high school, I went to a big football school, bro. Like, so for me, hoops after high school was something that I wanted to do, but I knew it'd be harder if I just would have.
Hmm.
Hold up, bro.
First episode, Kinks, man. We both got kiddos. They in the bed. They got school tomorrow. We both have wives. We're probably in there with the kiddos. So this is real, authentic, in real time. We're giving this to y'all. It's 10:48. Uh, Blessed to be here with y'all, man. It's a cool space with my brother. I'm excited for y'all to hear the stories, man, and hear how hoops can bring two worlds to one.
Kids, man.
Hey, I just told him, I said, hey, we both got kids, we got wives in there, so as they
Yeah,
hear our
man.
story, they'll kind of understand where we're coming
That's
from.
part of the story too. We're not gonna hide that either. We ain't cutting none of this. It's one take, baby. This real.
Hmm.
What was your question again for the third time? I'm sorry, bro.
What was the mentality for you with hoops, in high school, and how did
Ah,
that kind of
yeah, yeah,
drive you to
yeah.
be, a college athlete? Was that something that you always wanted to do? Like, what did that journey look like for you, on and off the court?
I would say like about my junior year is when I was like, okay, I damn near don't want to play football and I want to try to go play college for basketball. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of when I really decided that I wanted to take that route instead. And like I mentioned earlier, man, I went to a high school. You can look them up. They still going to state. They still playing Final Four football right now. Traveling. They got a national schedule. It's called Cocoa High School. They still good in football, bro. So you know what I'm saying? I went to a high school that we was dominant in football and not really in basketball.
You
When
gotta
I
tell
was,
the people where you're from too. You gotta let the
oh
people
yeah,
know where you're
Cocoa,
from.
Florida, baby. Look it up. Not Cocoa Beach,
Mm-hmm.
just Cocoa. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Little small rinky dink town for real. Ain't nothing too fancy in it to go visit except Cocoa Beach. Or we buy Massa
Mm-hmm.
and we buy Orlando. So I say we got some cool things around us. But in Cocoa itself, the best thing about it is the people. When you
Yeah,
find the right
that
people.
community for sure.
Yeah, when you find that right community, that community can help you thrive. That's what I'll say. But yeah. So after junior year, I really, really, really was like, nah, I'm gonna go to school for hoops. I enjoy playing basketball. That junior year, going into my senior year, I had made a lot of noise with the AAU team that I was with. We was going to team camps. We was killing. So I knew like, damn, yeah, hoops is what I want to do, bro.
And how tall were you at the time?
I was like 5'10", probably 5'10", 5'11". I really could just shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can get open and shoot. So that's even crazy within itself and how all of that changed later down the road that we'll get to. But yeah, high school, bro, my whole highlight tape, me shooting that hoe, bro, getting around. And I was a little athletic. Like by that senior year, I was able to start dunking and things of that nature, man. But I would say, bro, that mentality started like my junior year, summer going into my senior year, and that's when I really like put it in my head, like, bro, I'm finna go to school for this. I can pop off. But what I would say is that even though I made a little noise, it didn't pop off the way I thought it would, right? Because when I was in high school, you had to earn a tape. Like, yeah, the whole team could be killing, but I'm playing with a homie who's literally catching lobs, jumping over people. Like, yeah, I can shoot, but that's who gonna get the tape.
Yeah, sure. You gotta earn it back in the day. Now they
Yeah,
hand them out.
yeah, they're not handing them out. So it was definitely cool, though. It was a great experience, but that didn't really. That summer, even though we was at Lynn, we was at Embry Riddle, we was at South Carolina, Clemson, going to these team camps, and the coaches are pulling us aside and talking to us, but it didn't really translate after. So at the end of my senior year, bro, I didn't have any offers. I had to go out and get offers.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I didn't want to stay in the city. A couple of people from the JUCO in the city I did have a conversation with, and even another JUCO. But at the time, I didn't understand that JUCO was more of a stepping stone.
Yeah, the development phase for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand that part of the game at all. Where I knew if I would have known that I could redshirt at JUCO, then play 1 year, and really start my career at 2021, where I actually grew into my height and everything. I think I could have took a different path. But I'm not upset about that path. I'm here to help shed light that it's okay to go JUCO and it's okay to go prep. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
even
if you
prep,
need that
I
extra
would
year
say I
to
did have
develop.
some offers from prep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had some prep offers, but I didn't even know what prep was. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, I'm
Right,
cool on that. You know what I mean? So like, not even
right.
being able to take that route or even think to know that, damn, I could develop more here. I could really, you know what I'm saying? I think that hurt where I landed. But am I upset where I landed? Heck no. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The only reason that happened, bro. Shout out my guy Mike Lyons. Shout out my guy Stucky, Sean Lee. Shout out my guys from the city. But Mike really pulled us all up there. Shout out my guy Mike. Man, I was at an open gym, bro, with my guy Mike, bro. And he came up to me after. He like, bro, what school you going to? And I was literally about to sign a letter of intent to just go to a little small Christian college in Texas, in not Texas, in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to go to a little smaller Christian college in Tampa by myself. And then lo and behold, the bros came back from their college, which is Central Christian College, where we met and where I completed all 4 years. He completed his college career too. And he was like, bro, well, we could use you. I'm gonna tell my coach about you. And literally the next day, Coach T called me. He was on the phone with my mama. He seen my highlight tape and he was like, look, bro, you the last person I'm recruiting, so we ain't got too much money, but your academics is smooth, so we can give you some academic money too. So I was able to pull that off, and literally, like, we talked to him like August 10th. Shout out Tony. We talked to Tony like August 10th, bro. And by August, like it was like August 22nd, bro, I was in Kansas.
Quick, man.
You feel me, bro? So
Quick,
like, really,
fast.
like,
Teamwork.
it ain't,
Efficient.
it ain't really. I ain't really have no recruiting period. I ain't really have
Mm-hmm.
none of that, bro. Like, I went to that was it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I really got my chance to go to Central Christian. Is my guy Mike. Again, shout out my guy Mike. I appreciate you because that opportunity changed my life. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure. For sure.
So it's
What would you
dope, bro.
say?
Like, my bad. I don't mean to cut you off. What you was
What
gonna
would
ask?
you say? During that time, did you have any off-court adversity, like high school or going into
Man,
college, that kind of derailed you a little bit on your journey, or was
I
it the
would
main
say,
thing? Was the main
bro.
thing?
I would say I had a shorty, and that was really like what took focus. I would say girls took focus away from hoops for me,
Mm-hmm.
where like I could have been more locked in. Where
Mm-hmm.
they took time out of the gym for me is what I could say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like big time out of the gym. Where I could have been better if I'd have been off any time in that gym other than chasing the shorties, chasing the broads.
Man, that flesh.
Flesh be calling, bro. That animal instinct is hard, right?
Right.
What's the number of sperm that we produce a day? Some
Yeah.
over 1,000 something. You know what I mean? I don't know the number exactly, but it's over 1,000 something. So like, that's something that we all as men. It's hard to it's hard to not have that instinct anyway in us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Sure.
mean? So it's like, especially when we don't have the information presented in front of us, that we don't have to give into that. When
Yeah.
really in front of us, all the information that's presented is the guy who gives into that and get the most women is the best top dog in the city. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? So like, we talk backwards. I was telling you the other day, bro. Like it would be so much easier in life finding my wife and only knowing how my wife looked naked,
Yeah. For sure.
and
Nobody else.
not having those memories, right? Because that's the fight. Is you
Mm-hmm.
gonna have those memories. You got to sit in that. You got to
Yeah.
sit in that. So that's why I kind of get like the rules and regulation that religion has brought upon us. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because
For
it
sure.
kind of tries to stir you in that path. The
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing that I don't like about the religion aspect though is that they try to say that path is the only way. Where you know what I'm saying? If you listen to the Yeshua story, my guy went and got everybody that ain't supposed to be there and brought them with him. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but definitely, bro. Like But definitely that flesh, bro. Don't let these. I understand, and I understand. Bro. I can't sit here and be like, don't let these, because I let them do it. So I
Yeah.
understand, bro. I understand. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
that was, I would say that is my biggest. That was my biggest downfall, bro. Like, because even with the bros, even if we was hanging out doing things we shouldn't have done, at the end of the night, bro, we still gonna go play 21
For sure.
at the park, bro. We still like.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was we was playing 21 at 12:30 a.m., bro, and we were there to 2:30, 3 a.m. You know what I
I think
mean?
that's why we were how we were though when it came to just the grind of it all, bro. You know, it was like a difference between being hungry and enjoying playing basketball. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? And the
facts.
coach is always gonna recruit the guy that's hungry. You know, I don't want the guy that's just gonna sit over here and he just gonna show up when it's convenient. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I want the guy that's gonna come in for being out 4 a.m. No excuses. Come at 5 a.m. Had the most energy. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? And
facts,
continue to drive the team to be in a better space regardless of what he got going on.
facts.
You know,
Facts.
and you know that hunger drives some people, bro. But again, I think that kind of comes from where you grow up. You
Yeah,
know?
and maybe not even. I would say more of like the circumstances
Yeah, for
that you've been
sure.
put into. Because you know what I'm saying. I got some homies who that wasn't that hungry, and we was in the same predicament.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? They could have sat down and that's why I say I'll give my parents credit. Like my dad was like, nah, bro, we can go get you a highlight tape made. Like I'll give my parents credit that they seen that was my passion, that was my dream, that's something I wanted to do, and they helped me. Like my dad was sending highlights. That's why I was able to get a couple looks from JUCOs around the city, and that's how I even found the little Christian college right in Tampa. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my peoples, bro. Like I had people that was down with me that was gonna help. They seen that I put in enough work for them to believe in me. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
meanwhile, looking back on the story, I was doing things that I shouldn't did, lying about being in the gym, going to hang out with girls, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
That shit was really pulling me to where,
Playing both sides, sitting
yeah,
on
man,
the fence.
hell yeah.
You know?
Man, both sides always. So that was my story, right? That's part
Yeah.
of my journey into high school, though, right? So, what is yours? How did you end up at Central, bro? What's your high school journey and some trials and tribulations that was pulling you away from hoops, or at least trying to get you away from hoops? You know what I mean?
Man, I really say like freshman year, I decided to go to the opposite high school of like all the dudes that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? All the homies I played AAU with. Like, I really stopped uh, kicking it with everybody and like switched lanes. Went to a school that was a 5A. So pretty much in Texas, that just means it's a bigger school, more opportunity.
Yeah,
So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go create my own lane. And hoops was cool. Like freshman year, we was super nice.
yeah,
Super nice, bro. Everybody I played with, I think, ended up playing Division 2 or Division 1, or and playing overseas. You know, so we had a solid squad. Like,
yeah, hell yeah,
uh, you know, but sometimes the chips don't fall the way you want them to. But sophomore year, I was at Bowie, adversity, so I ended up leaving, and I get into that on the other side. I ended up leaving, and my pops ended up finding me like a prep school.
yeah,
So a guy that he worked with, um, his son was the coach, and they had a team that was like struggling, and he like, well, you would come and you'll be able to pretty much like do your thing,
yeah. This your squad.
yeah, and we'll help you get to where you try to go. So for me, that was like a second chance for real.
Yeah,
Because I really already went against the grain going to Bowie, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I left, I'm like, we got to figure it out again. And we 2 years
yeah.
in. So,
Something new.
God just made a way, bro. But I went to prep school, uh, locked in, bro. Uh, just in the gym, in the gym, in the gym, nothing else. Because it was so small, I only had my graduating class was 9 people.
Oh, okay.
So imagine that small buildings, probably 40 people in the building, and you
And
just
I
end up.
thought my school was small, man. My school only graduated with barely over 200, if we had over 200.
Oh yeah, it was 9 in our graduating class. I was valedictorian too.
Yeah.
Fun fact, 4.0 for the people.
Hey.
You feel me? But nah, bro, it was like a small prep school kind of on the way. So like junior year, bro, I just killed. Like I was just locked in the gym. I didn't have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, shout out to my people and my parents for just the support and putting that opportunity into play, bro. So just in the gym. Junior year summer, I left Texas after having a great year and played AAU ball in Arkansas for the summer where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I played with my uncle team. Shout out to the Arkansas Kings, man. Shout out to
Hey.
great time, great people, great family. Gave me a different side of basketball. But recruiting wasn't really a part of that. You know, that was just like my dad trusting, you know, me to go with my uncle. You know what I'm saying? So I could be with the fam and still learn. And my uncle's a preacher as well. So just a lot of game my uncle could give me as a young man trying to, you know, figure it out. So
figure this thing of life out.
Yeah. So, you know, that was helpful. Then came back senior year, did what I was supposed to do. A lot of injuries, you know what I'm saying, in between. And then come like end of the year, didn't really have any interest that I had picked up from like junior year from averaging everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went from having Arkansas, University of Memphis, Arkansas Pine Bluff, and a few other schools that gave me calls, bro. But it was like a call don't really mean anything. No. You know, people make you think that a call means something when being recruited, but a recruiting process is more appealing if they actually come see you, right? Versus talking to you on the phone. So, you know, I think mentally they kind of like played with me a little bit because I'm like, man, they called me, but they ain't called me back.
Yeah,
like,
they gonna pull up though.
Yeah, it's really not interest. They just heard and they just wanted to see like, would you be around the area they're gonna be recruiting at so they can see you in person? Type of
deal. Facts.
You know, but most people are not honest and transparent about that part of the recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we talk to a lot of people. We talk to a lot of people.
Hell yeah.
But that don't mean anything.
It's a great talk, gang.
It's a great talk, right? They like, I pray you do well. You know, you're a great kid. I hope it goes well for you. You know, we just wanted to see. We saw the numbers. 31.9. So we were interested. And then we were like, oh, okay, 5'10", 165. Too small, kid. But you're going to be a great player somewhere else. That's kind of how that went, bro. I ended up playing in like a little all-star game senior year. And one of the other coaches, I guess, knew Coach J Mart.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so they ended up coming.
Shout out Coach J Mart.
Yeah, shout out Coach J Mart, man. They ended up pulling up to the crib on Mother's Day too.
Oh, and, cool.
Shout out Coach T too.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's a big day.
They talked to moms and they told her, you know, they're like, we can't promise you anything for basketball, but we can guarantee you he'll come back a better man. Hey. And you know, that's where they want moms at. So, like within the next week,
he ain't lie.
Man, for real. Within the next week, we in Kansas. Everybody gone though when we touch down, right? So this is how the stories kind of intersect with me and my brother, kind of where we at now to where we meet, right?
Yeah.
I'm on my visit and ain't nobody there. I'm like, man, I'm definitely not like, nah, let's go back to the crib.
Middle of Kansas, ain't
you feel me? So we go through our workout and then Sam, CQ, shout out my brother Q. Alonzo, shout out my boy Zoe. Kurt, shout out my boy Kurt. I think Lil B, shout out my boy B, man. That was the only people left on campus. So it was like, to end the workout, we did a little 3-on-3. What a time.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We had a great time competing, man, at a high level, competing. Yeah. And I just remember just the intensity that my brother had. I'm like, yeah, like, that's what I want to be around. I feel like that would make me better. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be around people who like not gonna try to kill me and it's their first time meeting me. Like, nah, don't be my friend.
Hell nah, you here to take my spot.
I'm here to take your spot. Like, don't be my friend.
We ain't friends yet. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be brothers, but we ain't friends yet.
For real. So I think that was just that reminded me of how it was like when I used to go back to the city to hoop in the summers. Like, they would never be my friend. You know what I'm saying? Till hoops is over with. And I'm like, okay, that's the type of hoops that I'm accustomed to. Like, people who gonna challenge me while we on that court. They ain't gonna baby me. They ain't gonna hold my hand. Like, they like, hey, bro, get right. Yeah. So that made the decision easy, man. So I ended up in Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas 2014, man.
Freaking Kansas.
2014. McPherson, Kansas.
Yeah, man. I ended up in Kansas. What was it? 2013.
Yep.
Yeah, 2013. I was in Kansas. That summer, that was a good summer for me. That's when. Listen, man, y'all. I went to Kansas gang, and I ain't go back home. I only went home for like a month over the summer. Other than that, I was in Kansas. So that those 2 years helped me low key propel better.
Yeah, and focus.
Yeah,
'Cause I
like man,
remember.
that's what I could say. Like from high school, man. I know you miss home, bro. Especially those first couple of years, dog. But to be able to live on your own, to learn life by yourself is huge when it comes to college. And
Man,
you being able to lock in over that summer because ain't nobody else there.
and that focus, man, to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that's in front of you. Like, you'll think everything at home, you missing out. You missing out. I gotta be with the homies at the hoop sesh or this and that on the
Yeah,
shorties.
for
Like,
sure.
in reality, I remember brother used to always tell me, bro, stay the summer. And I stayed the summer, and all I had to do was get in the
Hey, let me cut you off. Let's not get into that because you know the next episode we really gonna get into the college.
ooh,
Let's
man,
really dive into the college the next episode. But what I'm gonna ask you, right? So
yeah.
was your biggest that biggest hurdle for you was going what happened your sophomore year at Boone that made you transfer? Like
Uh,
what was that hurdle there? Like what happened?
Really, I lost my grandmother. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I lost my grandmother, so that was kind of like a hard space to navigate. But it was kind of around the time like we had a scrimmage, uh, and the first scrimmages of the year are pretty important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
for
pretty
sure.
much dictate where your spot gonna be for
Hmm.
the year. And I missed that, bro. And then while I was out there, bro, you know, once I'm out there, I'm messing around, doing stuff I don't need to be doing. So I really came back out of shape, just not in the position I need to be
Yeah,
in,
uh-huh.
bro. Uh, but I couldn't really mentally check back into like just the I don't know. It was just like the energy of the school I was at. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It was just so many distractions, and it was let's just say the devil was able to have his way.
yeah,
You know, um, so I easily got distracted quick, bro. You know, trying to fill a void, just hurt. You know what I'm
facts,
saying? My grandmother died 2 days before my birthday, so
facts.
uh, I used hoops right when I
Yeah,
transferred. So that last 2 years is like I dove straight into hoops.
yeah,
I cope with it, you know.
mm,
Uh, but I say that was the biggest adversity, you know, and outside of like the injuries between the knee and the ankle, you know what I'm saying? Constantly back and forth with
yeah,
those. Uh, how to continue to outwork, you know, try to
mm,
outwork others, but your body ain't in the position it need to be in, your mind ain't in the position.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you really just like show up
Hmm.
for real. So I definitely say like life, life was life, and I say that was the biggest transition. Trying to figure out how to grieve properly, and I
Yeah,
didn't know anything about grieving at that time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure anybody in my family probably can vouch. Like that was like the anchor of the family. So everybody got shook. Everybody world
that was
stopped
a
for a
pickup.
moment.
That was
You know, so uh, kind of what drive me to be in the space I'm in today. Like that's
yeah,
like
for sure.
that pivotal moment that kind of just I'm like, yeah, I'm able to say it now. Like that broke me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That
uh,
broke a piece of me I ain't think could be broke. So uh, yeah, bro, that's kind of what it was for me, bro. Life was life, and
yeah, man.
wouldn't take
I
care of
can
everybody.
you talk about your story reminded me of a part of mine, and I mean it has nothing in correlation to do with losing a family member, bro. And but my senior year, bro, we were supposed to be pretty good, and my high school ain't even make it to the district championship in like 4 years, 3 years, something like that, 2 years or something like that, right? And
Mhm.
it's like 4 or 5 years ago, the coach won a state championship. It was like a little drought, you know what I mean? And like I said, bro, we a big football school, so most of our basketball players play football. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's not like we have just hoopers that's gonna go and that's working out with the coach and that's doing that. But my senior year, bro, we did. Right, my senior year, dog, we had like We
I
had
had what you needed.
a solid 6, bro. Like coming into the year, bro, we going crazy. We attacking each other, bro. Like we going nuts. You know what I'm saying, bro? And then I would say we ain't even had a teens yet, bro. We still trying out, bro. And we get into a fight, bro. Like we get into a fight after school, all of us. Most of the niggas that we on the basketball team with. We get
Yeah.
into a fight after school, and after that, where we from, most of the time, if the fight, I wouldn't say the fight didn't go our way or the fight did go our way, but what I would say is most of the time after fights, where we from, guns come out. So of course we had this big ass brawl, you know what I'm saying? And after the brawl, the bros get in the car and they like, bro, we going. Like, you know where them jits running to? Like we finna go handle that. And of course, bro, shout out to homie D, bro. Shout out to homie D. I was supposed to be in the car. The homie D said, Sam, bro, you going to school, gang. You can't get in the car. We finna go handle this, though. They'll be at practice. He ain't even on the team. That's how he talks to me. And I would say he a younger homie. He ain't even an OG. Like, he a younger homie.
That's what the
But
streets
he a
missing out
younger
on.
homie who been out there already. He done been living. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out D, bro, because I was supposed to be in that car, bro. Four of the niggas that was in our starting 5 went to jail 2 days later. Yep, hell yeah.
Talk about how God put people in place to save your life, and you never.
Man, shout out to
never
homie D, bro. That's giving me chills, bro. Talking about that story, cause like I said, bro, the homies that was on the team, bro. We've been playing AAU together. Like that was gonna be the squad, bro. We would have been able to do what we wanted to do, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
For sure.
but you live and you learn, bro. Shout out all them homies, bro. They ain't killed nobody, God. Thank God, right? Nobody got killed, but somebody did end up getting shot, and they did have to sit. Some of the homies did have to sit down, and that put a halt on everything that we had, bro.
Yeah.
Put a
It's
halt
like
on
that
everything
in
that
the
we had.
moment,
Just
bro.
anger, bro. Like just that quick instinct. But again, that's what we raised in. So that's the instinct too, to do
Yeah.
after. That's the instinct. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
until we old enough to realize that you can separate yourself in that little gray area in between your stimulus and response, and take a step
Mhm.
back and understand that you aren't the feelings that your response is trying to portray. Right?
Man,
Understand those feelings, gang. Like we can step
man.
back, understand them.
Like stop and breathe.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like such a underrated life hack. Stop and
Facts.
breathe.
Yeah, count to 5 and breathe.
Like they used to tell me that when I was little, and I had anger issues growing up. They used to be like, breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Breathe. You need to stop and breathe.
Yeah,
And I think that's too, like, even now as an adult, why I like to run, because the breathing aspect of it is very refreshing. Like, we talked about this, but breath is life.
yeah,
So we get an experience of God every time we breathe,
yeah, facts.
right? So I think, bro, a lot of the time in senior years, kind of, I had a lot of similar, like, instances, bro, and just places I probably shouldn't have been, and God was just directing me, at parties where people
100%.
get shot, at parties where people get jumped, at like just a lot of different environments, being places that we want to have fun. It's the thrill of it all.
Yeah,
The
facts.
thrill of it all. I'm not at the school with everybody no more, so that's the time I get to kick it with everybody.
Yeah,
And that's now the focus. So,
that's the focus.
I'm with the
Yeah, man.
bros. Like I didn't lock in for 6 days.
We
I'm with
jugging.
the
We had
bros
the
other
team
day.
parties. We locked in.
Like, and I would come back, lock back in, but let me go kick my feet up real quick. But it got to a point of where that kick my feet up, you know what I'm saying, it started to get tricky, bro. Because people are not going to continue to fight. People are not going to continue to just deal with the drama. And we men, so ego and,
It's a
people.
lot involved in it. It's a lot involved.
It get too tricky. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And for me, I'm like, it's going to be hoops. Like, I'm not finna go to prison. Like, for what?
Man.
For what?
I'm trying to have
hoop.
an ego trip on the court. I ain't trying to have an ego trip.
Yeah, like, let me go drop 30.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And I'm gonna lock you up. So
And I can say like I ain't running the streets. I wasn't that type of kid. Like we had fun. I was places that I shouldn't have been for sure, but I wouldn't say like I was out there like the homies were.
Nah.
You know what I'm
Not
saying? I had
even.
my fun. I kicked it, but I ain't.
Ah, man,
I
I
knew a
was
homies who
exclusive.
was really sit standing and really out
Yeah,
there, really living like that, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I
Thank
had a
God for
great
that.
village.
Thank God for that.
Man, I had a great village that I thank God for. Like everybody that I kind of grew up with out here in Arlington, bro. It's like from elementary kind of up. That was my village that kind of just shaped because of sports, bro. Really.
Yeah, hell
Like
yeah.
I
Shout out
played
sports.
football with them,
Yeah.
baseball with them, basketball with
That's
them,
how we love them. It's
wall,
okay. Yeah.
kickball,
Uh-huh.
sand volley, whatever the case may be. That was my community. Um, so obviously, they parents, they would look out for me. Um, so it's like you always got somebody looking out for you, bro. They always praying for you, you know.
Mhm.
And I feel like that carried me such a long way. Like
Yeah, man.
a lot of people I ain't even talked to probably to this day. I know they
Praying
still
for you.
praying for me,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and I could tell by how God continues to be so, who He is.
Instrumental, bro.
Yeah,
Unexplainable, but
instrumental, right?
instrumental, dog. Unexplainable, but instrumental. Shout out God. You're amazing. We love you.
Man, yeah, we love you. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, bro, I would definitely say like two-parent household, bro. Like my people was there, and I'll
Yeah.
never say anything's perfect, bro. But as a kid, like shout out to my parents again. I was able to stay in the kids' place, bro. I was the youngest of three. So all I really had was like hoops and handle your schoolwork and make sure
Yeah.
around the house, cut the yard, trash, whatever the case may be.
That's where we could differ a little. I'm the oldest.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm the youngest, So for me,
Yeah.
it's more they learned from parents in the first two, and when it got to me, they kept me busy.
Right. Nah, I'm with it.
There
Learning.
was they kept me busy. They already knew they was on top of it. So it helped me though, bro. Like it wasn't military, but it was the structure that was necessary.
Facts. I agree.
You feel me? So whenever I left out that house, I knew how to move. You
I
know,
agree. I agree.
uh,
I would say it created uh almost as if I had multiple personalities though. It was easy to switch on and off from being a certain type of kid in front of my parents and then hanging with the gang. Easy to switch, right? And that's what I could say. That's a downfall for it for me too. Was that I knew my jungle and my village was fire, and that I couldn't let them down. But I did want to do the things that I wanted to do and live a certain way, right? So I
and,
knew how to act in front of them, and then I knew how to act with the gang when I went to gang. You know
and
what I'm
watch
saying?
this. Look how God works. So today in church, shout out to God again. Uh, the message was, and I felt this, and that's why
Yeah,
I put it in my notes because I felt the conviction.
yeah,
Anytime I'm in there and I'm feeling that conviction, I gotta write it down because it's
facts,
speaking
facts.
to me.
I agree.
This is me. This
Talking to
message
you.
was for me,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the things, like you said, I could be one way in front of my people and another with the homies, right?
Uh-huh.
First point was don't switch up because they showed up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, sheesh,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That in itself, like now in the space we're in, just looking back, it's really like, man, it was simple, bro.
Facts. It's
Like
like,
we had people who wanted to just pour into what we dreamed. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whatever they saw we were passionate
We
about, they wanted to pour into it.
even as kids, right? We like to say for the most part as kids we don't have a decision, right? But even as kids, we made a decision to invite in bad energy, right? Bad
Yeah,
bad turmoil that was unnecessary that we didn't have to go through.
sure, sure.
But again, at that point in our life, if we're not taught that our environment doesn't control us, we are our environment, and we are what we see.
Yeah, and I think we learn from so many different people too. When you think about like family and community, and you come from a place like a smaller town, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, a lot of your village, they still human. A lot of
Man,
them had their own trauma. A lot of them, they done been through life and life for them too.
yeah,
So
100%.
not to condemn anybody, but everybody's on their journey and they walk. So
Yeah,
you're gonna learn how to navigate certain situations based off of your environment. So a lot of the things I learned from the people around me, being the youngest, I just watched everybody.
Yeah.
I was observing. I didn't have to say much, but I watched how everybody moved with everything that they did, you know. And then I tried some stuff, and I'm like, all right, that ain't for me. And some stuff, I'm like, okay, I can navigate this.
Yeah, I can navigate with this one.
You know. So
you know, I jumped out the porch. I tried to tell my younger siblings how to navigate. They ain't listen to me, so they went through a lot more than I did. You know what I mean? I learned how to navigate. I learned how to do what I wanted to do, but still be the kid that I needed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it was a good and a bad thing. Like I knew how to, fake the funk in front of the people that I needed to fake the funk in. You know what I mean?
Right, it's a code switch. You got to be able to code switch. Say from the court to the boardroom.
Switch, bro.
The court to the boardroom.
Facts.
It's a whole different meaning.
Now the goal as a man is to be the same man in every room.
In every room. And that integrity is what we strive to, you know, men of integrity.
What we strive for. Integrity, truth, faithfulness, obedience, honor. You know what I'm saying? Big on virtues. Virtues are huge. Principles are huge. How you gonna build off anything if you don't know anything that you want to stand on?
Man,
Most of these
people waver too much. People waver too much, you know. And again, I think that's why we're creating this space in this community, and we're blessed to have, you know, the brotherhood that we have, because you gotta have people around you that'll hold you accountable.
Man.
You know, like even if I don't talk to you all day, it's been a year, and it's like, hey, bro, I'm struggling. All right, bet you can call me.
Man.
Or I can send a text, right? The blessing I have that is I don't have brothers. I only got sisters.
Yeah.
You know?
So explains a lot.
It's like I love my sisters to life. I'm not going to call my sisters to be like, hey, XYZ. Because as a man, they will never be able to connect to it. Emotionally, they will feel it and it will drain them. So it's like, okay, I can't take that to you. Can't take it to moms. Not going to take it to pop. So it's like, let me call my brother. I know we in it.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever we got to do, let's rock out.
So, you know, from hoops to hope, it's like.
From hoops to hope, baby. This has been an amazing first episode, bro. I think the conversation is dope, man. Like, especially being able to just express ourselves throughout the conversation and be able to give, like, our type of perspective for anybody who, you know what I'm saying, who it can help. That's why we're here. And whoever is supposed to touch, it's going to touch. And whoever is not, is not. You know what I'm saying? Again, to reference my guy Yeshua, Jesus Christ. I'm going to tell stories, baby.
Yeah.
They going to resonate with some people.
Man.
They ain't gonna resonate with some others.
He done blessed us with so many to give.
Yeah, for sure.
And true, you know, I also want to mention, like, this is a space of vulnerability as well. You know, so some of the conversations we have, it might trigger something in you. It might, you know, you might feel it, but that's the point of it, right? We want y'all to come here and be able to connect with us and feel, you know what I'm saying, have somebody that understands, because my journey has been one for the, you know, one to be able to help.
Everybody got their story. It's one for the books, bro. You can say it. It's one for the books. Man. Everybody has their book. Everybody has their story.
For sure. And I think it's super dope that we able to have a platform like this to be able to spread that
bro. It's okay for men to be vulnerable, bro.
Yeah.
Side, man. It's okay to lead with love. You ain't gotta lead with aggression and assertiveness. Yeah, we gotta have that in us, but we can lead with love, bro.
Man, y'all make sure y'all just hydrate.
We here to prove, right?
Just hydrate, y'all.
Man, stay hydrated, baby.
Stay hydrated. That's all we ask y'all to do. Everybody just stay hydrated.
Yeah. Let's start there. Start there. Step one.
Everybody hydrate tonight.
Drink water, bro.
Get you some water, man. Stretch for a minute. Breathe. Right? No phones, no devices.
That's a great challenge. That's a great
challenge one. That's what we challenge everybody to do to wrap up the episode.
You got at least, at least three to 5 water bottles. That's
Yeah,
what we asking.
for sure. And this is one finishing right here.
3 to 5 water bottles. I walk around with big homie. And I ain't saying I fill it all the way up, but what I am gonna say is I put 5 water bottles in here and I drink it. So you could do that too. That's what I'm saying, and that's huge when it comes to mental capacity.
Yep. And we're going, for
We're
us
gonna
to
rock
be
out though,
able,
gang. This been fun.
man,
Episode 2 coming. It's on the way. Make sure you follow, you like, you subscribe.
share,
Baby, share.
spread the
Whatever
word,
resonate with you. Praise God.
man.
Live in the Spirit. Be
Amen.
led by the Spirit. And be you led by the Spirit. Don't think you got to be perfect. Be led by the Spirit, brothers and sisters. You want to take us out with a prayer too, and that's how we'll rock out.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right.
Everybody bow your heads, man. God, thank you for this time today. Thank you for allowing us to be able to have a space to be able to share the story and be able to continue to just support one another as we grow and we lean into the discomfort of actually sharing the story and saying it out loud and the newness of it, God. So just thank you for guiding us throughout this episode. Thank you for everything that it will flourish into, God. As we plant the seeds, we trust you to water it. We trust you to do everything that you always do. Your promises, you always keep them. So we love you. We thank you. And we just ask you to continue to bless this journey we on. Amen. We love you. Thank you.
Amen. We thank you. Seriously. Thank you for this time. It's been a blast, brother. Let's get up out of here, gang. Follow, like, subscribe. Fool with us. Happy in.
2 up. You see that favor on me? You see how we moving? You can't blame it on me. I owe it all to Jesus. Show him to the homies.